Hello, my name is Snuff, and in this video I will be giving you my reactions to today's Nintendo Direct. I will be doing more of this sort of thing on my channel. We'll be doing two videos for each Direct. So the first video I will be rounding up all of the information, which I did that earlier today. So if you missed out on that video, then I will leave a link to that video for you guys to check out in the description. And then after when I've done that video, I will be doing a reactions video, just because in those roundup videos I feel like I don't really have time to talk about my feelings and my thoughts about the direct that just happens and all that sort of stuff. So that's why I feel like I want to make two videos for each direct, one to cover all of the information, and then another video to talk about my impressions from the direct. So coming into today's direct, I always thought it was going to be one for the 3DS, just because the 3DS doesn't have many games coming out at all. Pretty much, they've got Codename Steam, and I can't remember the other game that we knew about before. I think it was Majora's Mask. But apart from that, there wasn't a lot of 3DS games, so I kind of thought that they would focus on 3DS a bit in today's direct, and that's pretty much what they did do. But I'm just going to be completely honest and say that I don't really play a lot of handheld games. I've pretty much bought my 3DS for Pokemon, and then I got Smash Brothers 3DS for Christmas. I'm absolutely loving that game at this moment in time, and I probably will buy the Amiibo adapter for the 3DS. I can use my Amiibo on the 3DS version of Smash Brothers as well. But apart from that, I don't really, buy a lot of handheld games. I'm not really interested in handheld gaming apart from Pokemon and Smash Brothers. But two games that did really stick out for me from the 3DS side of things was that Ironfall game. It's kind of like a first-person shooter. But the thing that concerns me with this game and Ace Combat is how they said that, oh yeah, with this game, it's a lot easier, easier to control the game through the C stick. And I'm just thinking, how good are the controls for the 3DS XL that I've got currently? Just because I'm not planning to upgrade to the new 3DS XL, I'm just not going to do that. I'm just not really interested in that sort of thing. Like what I said before, because I don't, tend to play a lot of handheld games. So that's why I'm not really interested in buying the new 3DS XL. And plus, I think Nintendo will bring out a new handheld either next year or the year after. So I kind of just don't see the point of buying a 3DS XL. So I'm kind of a little bit worried about getting Ace Combat and that Ironfall game. Ace Combat especially, just because I bought Star Fox Command Assault, and I can remember hating the controls for that game, because I think, if I remember rightly, I think you had to control the game through the touchscreen, and I just didn't really like that sort of thing. So I probably will wait to see the reviews for Ace Combat. I like how your amiibo unlocks certain planes and all that sort of stuff. I've got the Luigi amiibo and a Link amiibo, so I could use that in that game if I wanted to. That Ironfall game, I really wish that game is coming to Wii U and 3DS as well as Ace Combat. I think the Wii U is lacking in those sort of genres. We've got Devil's Third that is kind of like Ironfall, but I think Ironfall looks pretty good. I might actually check out those games, see what the controls are like. But yeah, I'm just a little bit worried how they said that the controls were better for the new 3DS. What are the controls going to be like for the regular 3DS XL? So apart from that, I'm not really interested in a lot of the handheld games that Nintendo are bringing out. Of course, a lot of people are interested in Majora's Mask, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, Xenoblade Chronicles and all that sort of stuff, but I'm not really interested in that sort of stuff. And in terms of the direct, obviously I was mainly looking at the Wii U for the direct. That's what I'm mainly interested in. But they spent a lot of time talking about the 3DS. Of course, they're going to, just because, like I said before at the start, not a lot of games are coming out for the 3DS from what we knew before today's direct. But yeah, I just wasn't really interested in like a large part of today's direct, just because, that's just what I'm personally interested in. I'm personally interested in, home consoles more than handhelds, and the games that they did show off, Xenoblade Chronicles, Splatoon, Mario Party, Mario vs Donkey Kong. I'm going to be completely honest and say that out of all of the Wii U games that they're showing off, only Xenoblade Chronicles X and Splatoon interest me. So they're the only two games that I would pick up out of the Wii U games that they're showing off. That new Bandai Namco game, or whatever they're called these days, I think it's hard to judge a game, especially that game, from what we know. Hardly any information dropped from that game. Didn't see any sort of gameplay about that game. When that bloke from Bandai Namco showing up, I think his name is Harada. I thought it was going to show either Pokemon Tournament for the Wii U or Tekken 7 for the Wii U. I would have preferred if he did show up with those two games. But I guess we've just got to wait and see what that game that he did announce is going to be like. I think it's a bit stupid for me to judge the game from what we know already. I think it's called Project Treasure or something like that. But yeah, I always knew this direct was going to be about the new 3DS and all that sort of stuff. I'm a little bit disappointed how the European direct we didn't get the Hyrule Warriors DLC section like what the North American audience got. I'm not sure what that is about. Are we in Europe going to get the Majora's Mask DLC at the same time as North America? Hopefully so, but I don't know what that's about. Maybe the DLC won't be coming out in Europe for a long time. They didn't show off Kirby in European Direct because it's going to get released, I think, in June time, and it's coming out in February in America. I'm really not sure about the delay for that game, but I'm going to be honest and say I'm not really interested in that game either, to be honest with you. So yeah, at the end of the last video I was talking about how I wanted to see Star Fox and Devil's Third in today's Direct, but like I said at the end of that video, we probably will have to wait until E3 to see what Devil's Third is looking at now, and to see our first look at Star Fox on the Wii U. So yeah, I guess the other stuff that interested me in today's Direct was the new wave of amiibo that are coming out. I will be picking up Charizard just because definitely am interested in Charizard, because that's what I started off back in the day in Pokemon, when Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Green, Pokemon Red came out. I got Pokemon Red, and Charizard, definitely a massive fan of him, so I will be picking up that amiibo when it does launch over in Europe on the 24th of April. But apart from that, not a lot of stuff really interested me in today's Direct. But Nintendo, they're a massive company, they've got a lot of people to please, so I'm sure a lot of other people were interested in a lot of the stuff that I weren't interested in. I'm just talking from my perspective. These are my reactions to today's Direct. It definitely wasn't a bad Nintendo Direct. It's like I said before, I liked some of the stuff they're showing on the 3DS, like the Ace Combat, the Ironfall game, and Splatoon, Xenoblade Chronicles X, as well as Amiibo and that sort of stuff. But a lot of the stuff I just wasn't interested in, just because I'm not looking at picking up a new 3DS, and like what I said before, I'm just not really interested in handheld gaming, and that's what this Direct was mainly focused on. It was mainly focused on the 3DS. I think the next Direct, I think that will probably come up in March, just because Nintendo tend to spend or tend to wait a couple of months to release information in Directs. I think they probably will do a Splatoon Direct next, probably in March. That's kind of like what they did with Mario Kart 8 last year. I think Splatoon, I think that will be coming out on May the 30th, like what Mario Kart 8 came out as well. So definitely I'm looking forward to that game. I could see myself getting really, really addicted to Splatoon, especially the turf battle side of things. I can't wait just to get into online multiplayer, do a bit of turf battles, get some money for myself, spend that in the shop, and obviously you got to work out on what those clothes are going to do to your stats, what those equipment are going to do to your character. But yeah, I'm just really, really looking forward to doing that sort of stuff. I can see myself getting lost in that sort of stuff, just working out what this headgear does to my character, what this gun does. Does it improve my, fire rate or something like that? I can see myself getting really, really caught up in the Splatoon game. I can really see myself getting caught up within that game world. I'm just really, really excited for that game, and I can't wait to show off some gameplay and do a lot of content for that game, including live commentaries. Like I said, I'm just really, really pumped for Splatoon. And like I said before, I was really impressed with Xenoblade Chronicles X as well. I just absolutely love the scenery. I think the game just looks absolutely brilliant. I can't wait to pick up that game and play it. So yeah, that is pretty much all I've got to talk about for this video. It wasn't a bad Nintendo Direct, like what I said before. I think it was a okay Direct. It's like this Direct was mainly for the new 3DS, and that is what I was expecting when I came into today's Direct. So yeah, leave me your thoughts about today's Nintendo Direct in the comment section below, and like what I said in my last video, leave me your questions related to the Direct in the comment section below, and I will answer them tomorrow. So yeah, that is pretty much all I'll talk about for now. So I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.